Hi, and welcome to Daily Bon Jovi Yoga on YouTube. So my name is Suzanne Beenakkers, and this is my yoga practice too, and hopefully your yoga practice. So I used to be a yoga teacher in the past, and but I became a writer. And as I became a writer, it became more and more difficult to do my own yoga practice because you're just so in your head and you're so introspective. And I don't know, I just want to, when I'm done with that, I just want to go out and meet people. And in a way, I'm meeting you now. So, so I want to teach yoga to the Bon Jovi community, or I want to practice yoga with you. And if you like that, then this is your channel. So I really believe that yoga has got kind of like a vibe, a general energy, a general understanding to it that doesn't really gel very well with the when you're a fan of Bon Jovi. It's just a totally different energy, and I really believe that that it's just more interesting if you are a Bon Jovi fan, that you get the yoga in a way that speaks to you. So this is that is Daily Bon Jovi Yoga. Obviously, I cannot play Bon Jovi music, so the most logical way to do Bon Jovi Yoga together would be to put on Bon Jovi music, or even create a playlist that is kind of like carved out in a way so that it's great to do a whole class to it, but we can't do that here on YouTube. So it is really kind of like my challenge to look, how can I make it more interesting to you? How can I make yoga more Bon Jovi without using music? And that will be a process. I think it will be a process. So what I have done is in June, I think I started in from June 10th to July 10th. I blogged for like 30 days straight, and on a blog called Daily Bon Jovi Yoga.com. And in this process of blogging and of thinking about Bon Jovi Yoga, I created a system. I created a system for when you want to do yoga at home. And so you will find the link in the description box to the blog. And every day when I write, I started writing again today. Every day when I write, I share this system of, okay, if you want to do yoga at home, this is your schedule. It is Friday. On Friday, you can choose the Tara Stiles thing, and you can choose the music from Bon Jovi. A Night with Bon Jovi, I think it's called, an evening with Bon Jovi from 1992, the MTV special. So there's that. But this is something else. This is me doing yoga with you, and it is kind of like linked to that system, but it's not exactly the same for different reasons. So today is a Friday, and on Friday I will be teaching yoga from Tara Stiles. So you can find a playlist of Tara Stiles videos here in the description box. So you can just do yoga videos with her, and that's option one. So that you don't do this video, but you practice with Tara Stiles with the playlist given in the description box. What I'm going to do is I will be teaching every Friday. I will be creating videos inspired by her work, and I have chosen this book from 2010. It's her first book. I have chosen that as the inspiration for this series for the Fridays. So today I have made a schedule based on the first two schedules of this book. And yeah, and I have it here, and I'll be doing that with you. So something else I did today was share a soundtrack for a day, and that's a concert that took place on this date, so on 29th of July. Well, there were no old concerts, so I always go for a concert that's from before 1997. There were no old concerts, recordings on YouTube for the soundtrack of this day, but there was one from the 28th, so I took that one. So on the 28th of July 1993, Bon Jovi gave a concert, like a concert from 1 hour and 19 minutes for a birthday of a New York radio station called Z100 radio or something. It's called, you write it down, the Z and then the number 100. And this is really something very special. It's a great soundtrack for today, but it's special because it's a very short concert. It was in Madison Square Garden, because it's a special occasion concert, so it's not like their regular length. But in this 1 hour and 19 minutes, it has like all the highlights. It's like a best of with what you can expect from a Bon Jovi concert. So it has like these great improvisations. It has the a cappella Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and then leading into a ballad. In this case, it was Bed of Roses. Was it Bed of Roses? Oh my god, I forgot if it was bad. It wasn't always. I can tell you it wasn't always. Either way, that is a classic, that a cappella Can't Help Falling in Love, and then, you know, moving into another ballad. It has a guitar song by Richie Sambora. It's not a song, it's a track. So that like 3-4 minutes, Richie Sambora on his guitar, very catchy, really great, and then leading into Wanted Dead or Alive, which is also a classic combination. So it is kind of like a best of concert where all the, you know, best of elements are kind of like squeezed together into 1 hour and 19 minutes. So that is the soundtrack of today. And those two things are like the inspiration of what we're doing here today. So on one hand, the yoga exercises are from this book, Tara Stiles' book, and yeah, the yoga or the Bon Jovi vibe is the Madison Square Garden concert from 1993 for the birthday from a New York radio station, Z100. So that is the kind of the combo for this very first Daily Bon Jovi Yoga on video. So sit down on your mat or someplace comfy. If you were like me and you were sitting in a cross-legged position for a while now, I suggest you you take that, switch it over to the other side. And then you take your hands with the palms down onto your knees. Close your eyes. Exhale and inhale. Feel your belly expand. Exhale, let the belly drop. Inhale, expand the belly. And exhale, let the belly release. Inhale, the belly expand, grow bigger. And exhale, let it release. And then you can open your eyes and take a little twist here. So twist to your left, take your right hand onto your left knee, and your left hand behind you on the fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale. Just twist to your left. Take your chin towards your left shoulder. Every inhale, let the belly expand. And every exhale, let the belly drop. And you come back to center. And take the twist to the other side. So your left hand onto your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the chest up. Elongate your spine and exhale. Just twist to your right. And slowly release back to center. Take your hands behind you, fingertips onto the floor. So let the fingertips point back. Your thumb points towards you and the other fingers point back. Now lift your chest up. Keep your elbows bent. Lift the chest up and bring your head back a little bit. And release, come back up, and then you come onto hands and knees. Now spread your fingers wide, take your knees under your hips. Tuck the toes in, and the next pose is called downward facing dog. So this is actually maybe your first downward facing dog ever. Could be, could be. Then lift your knees up and just press the mat away. Take your chin towards your chest. Keep the knees bent, but push the mat away with your hands. Maybe roll your shoulders out a little bit if that means anything to you. So roll the shoulders away from your ears. And if you want, you can start to straighten the legs a little bit. Now from here, bring your shoulders forward, moving closer towards a plank, really. And then take your right knee in towards you so that you can step your right foot forward. Take your fingertips onto the floor into a low lunge. Your belly is on top of your right thigh. Breathe to your belly. And now step your left foot a little bit forward, bend your left knee, and then you come up into your high lunge. Bring your hands up, and maybe you want to Start straightening your left leg. So in your high lunge, keep breathing to your belly. And then you bring your hands all the way back and step to your downward facing dog. So with the feet at hip width and fingers spreading wide, and as they're pedaling your legs out, so you reach a heel to the floor and lift the other foot up entirely. So with the foot that you have, with the lifted foot, you can also just circle a little bit with your foot, with your ankles. It has the added benefit of being a little bit easier, really, the downward facing dog on one leg. Less straining. And then when you're ready, move forward again with your shoulders to your high plank. And take your left knee in, step the foot forward. So here in your low lunge, take the hands on the fingertips, your belly is against your left thigh. And then you can step your right foot forward a little bit, bend your knees so that you can come up into your high lunge. Reach your arms up. Maybe you want to start extending the right heel, right leg. And you bring the hands down. Step back to your downward facing dog and go for that three-legged dog. So you just straighten out the legs, alternating the legs. Maybe circle a little bit with your foot. And then you walk your feet forward a little bit till you're kind of like halfway on the mat or a little bit closer towards your hands. And you come to a forward fold. So leave the feet at hip width. Bend your knees. Just kind of like drape your whole body over your legs. Let your head drop. Now roll up, all the way up, bring your hands up, reach a big inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Now here, circle the hands up, take a big inhale, reach up. Hands together and exhale. Bring the hands in namaste. Namaste is with the hands together in front of your heart. So do that again. Inhale, circle the hands up. And exhale, bring it down towards you. So 2 more times. Inhale, circle the hands up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now bend your knees and fold over your hands to the back of your shins. Do a forward fold. If you want, you can start to straighten the legs, maybe roll your shoulders away from your ears. And lift your head up. Now, point your toes out. So the feet are no longer pointing forward, pointing out in a diagonal. You come into a squat position. Kind of like a frog-like position. And then from here, lean forward, really relaxing your whole upper body forward. Take the hands with the palms down, relax your neck. Lift your head up and just step your feet back to that downward facing dog again. You can paddle if you want, but also just keep the legs straight, whatever feels good for you. And then you just walk your feet forward a little bit, cross your ankles, and come to a seated position. So keep the feet at hip width, bend your knees, just let your upper body just relax, press towards your legs. Take your ankles or take your feet and start to straighten the legs a little bit. Inhale, elongate your spine, lift your head up. And exhale, you can straighten the legs a little bit further. And release the legs. Come back into an easy cross-legged position, just like your very first one today. Take your hands onto your knees with the palms facing down. Close your eyes. Exhale. Inhale to your belly, let your belly expand. And exhale, let the belly release. Inhale, let the belly expand. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand the belly. And exhale, release. And you open your eyes and you lie down. If you're watching this somewhere where it is summer or at a time when it is summer, then you will not be needing a blanket, I think. But if it's a little bit colder, you can cuddle up with a blanket. take time to put on a sweater or put on socks. And then you lie down for your relaxation. So very relaxed with your feet at hip width. Just let the toes drop out. Take your hands open next to you with the palms facing up. Take your head to the floor. Just wiggle a little bit with your hips and shoulder blades so you're comfy. And then you close your eyes. So inhale, let your belly expand. And exhale, let your belly release. And also feel your whole body relaxing to the floor. Inhale to your belly, to your chest, big inhale. And exhale, release. Just feel your whole body relaxing. Take a moment to contemplate if anything comes to mind when you're thinking about your best of. If you had a day and you had to squeeze it into 1 hour and 19 minutes, what would be your best of? What would be the best moments of your day? Can you give yourself permission to highlight those moments for yourself? As you go about your day. And start to breathe deeper and start to wiggle with your toes and with your fingers. Bring your hands high above you. Give yourself a big stretch. And then you come back up to sit. So thank you very much for joining. That was your very first Daily Bon Jovi Yoga video. I'll be starting this series as well on my Dutch channel. It will be less Bon Jovi, more also for generic, not generic, but for like a broader audience. So if you're Dutch and you're like, I would prefer that, then that's definitely an option. So this series will go on the Dutch channel as well. Maybe see you there, or otherwise see you tomorrow here. Bye!